Welcome to the AI for Career Success video overview by Curt Robbins. We're experts at AI coaching and helping professionals like you and your employees upskill in AI. The news that many in the financial world have been anticipating has arrived. Based on multiple reports, Elon Musk's SpaceX has confidentially filed for its initial public offering, officially beginning the process to take the aerospace giant public. For our analysis today, we're synthesizing comprehensive reporting from leading financial news outlets, including Bloomberg, Reuters, and the Wall Street Journal. These insights were collated and featured in an April 1, 2026 article by Emma W. Thorne. Here's how we'll break this down. First, we'll look at the confidential filing itself. Then, we'll dive into the record-breaking valuation. After that, we'll examine the strategic merger of space and AI, consider the wider market implications, and finally, look at what happens next. So, let's start with that first step, the confidential filing. Understanding this initial move is really key to understanding the entire process. So what is a confidential filing exactly? Well, it's a process that allows a company to submit its draft S-1 registration to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, that's the SEC, for a private review. This gives both SpaceX and the SEC a chance to work through any issues before financial details are made public. This timeline gives us a clear view of the road ahead. The confidential filing has been submitted, which means we are currently in the SEC review and feedback stage. The next major event to watch for will be the public S-1 filing, with reports suggesting a potential listing on the stock market as early as June of 2026.
Now let's turn to the numbers. And to be clear, the figures being discussed are nothing short of astronomical.
The headline number is a potential market valuation of $1.75 trillion. Now that's for the combined SpaceX and xAI entity. It's a figure that represents a significant bet on the future of several interconnected, high-growth industries. And what about the capital raise? The Wall Street Journal is reporting that the company may seek to raise as much as $80 billion. That would be a massive infusion of capital to fund its ambitious projects, from missions to Mars to advancements in artificial intelligence. To put that $80 billion figure into context, it would absolutely dwarf the current record holder, Saudi Aramco, which raised $29.4 billion back in 2019. We're looking at an offering of a completely different magnitude. It's critical to understand, though, that this massive valuation isn't just for a rocket company. The offering is actually built on a strategic merger that has created an entirely new type of technology conglomerate. You see, the groundwork for this IPO was established in February when SpaceX officially merged with Musk's AI company, xAI. At the time of that merger, the combined entity was valued at $1.25 trillion, a move that strategically fuses advanced AI capabilities with aerospace engineering. The result is a single, integrated behemoth. Its operations now span defense and aerospace, global telecommunications through its Starlink division, the unique economics of reusable launch vehicles, and of course, the cutting-edge research of xAI. So what does this all mean for the broader market? Well, the implications of an IPO of this scale could reshape public investment in complex, capital-intensive technology for years to come. Analyst Sriram Sundararajan summarized the shift quite effectively, noting that, quote, space is no longer science fiction, it is becoming a public asset class. This IPO effectively turns that concept into a tangible reality for public market investors. This move presents several key tests for the market. First, it will gauge the public's appetite for long-duration, highly capital-intensive innovation. It's also set to establish a new valuation benchmark for both the space and AI sectors. And strategically, the timing positions SpaceX to list ahead of other anticipated mega-IPOs, such as a potential offering from OpenAI. So let's wrap up by looking at the road ahead. What are the concrete procedural steps that will take SpaceX from this confidential filing to a publicly traded company? The process from here is quite well defined. First, the private review with the SEC must conclude. After that, SpaceX will release its public filing, which must happen at least 15 days before the IPO roadshow begins. That roadshow is the final phase, where the company's leadership will engage directly with prospective institutional investors. And an interesting detail from Reuters really underscores the scale here. The deal is apparently known internally as Project Apex, and a syndicate of 21 different banks has reportedly been lined up to manage what would be the largest stock market listing in history.
And so, this all brings us to the fundamental question. This is more than just a financial transaction. It's a potential inflection point for the market.
Will the SpaceX IPO truly launch a new era for public investment in deep tech and artificial intelligence? That remains the ultimate question.
Thank you for watching. This is where we teach you AI and help you get smarter than your competition. If you like these videos, use the QR code at the beginning of this video to buy us a coffee or hire us to coach you or your employees in AI. We encourage you to subscribe to the AI for Career Success YouTube channel. Please like, comment, and share to help us reach a wider audience.